If you have been wondering exactly what to write about or what to do YouTube about, and you've been thinking, what niche should I go for? Should I niche down or should I write for a particular audience? This video is for you. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through how you can actually find a commercially viable niche in order to know the kind of audience you should be focusing on, the kind of audience you should be helping to solve their pain points. And we're going to be using Claude AI. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're over 50 and this AI is confusing you and you don't know how to use it to be able to incorporate it into your workflow, to be able to help you reduce the hours in the routine things that you do, to be able to help you to know what kind of business you can start, to be able to help you to know how you can convert your idea to cash. Welcome to this channel where I simplify everything AI and I take you by the hand and show you how you can use AI to start an online business with your content. Let's get started. Let's talk about the power of focus. When you have known the particular niche to focus on and you know the audience for which you're writing and solving your problems, then that is the best strategy you can ever have when it comes to content monetization. And believe me, that is the most important decision that you can ever make as a creator or as a brand. I know what I'm talking about because I've been in this for over 12 years, blogging and YouTubing. And I know that I spend half of that time, more than half of that time, talking about everything. And that is where I do not want you to get into. That is a trap I don't want you to get into. What I call the everything trap. Targeting everyone guarantees that you do not reach anybody. That is the silent killer of growth. That is what killed me and kept me stagnant for years. And this is particularly difficult for people like us that have been blessed with different kinds of talents. If you're somebody that knows how to do a lot of things, most times it is difficult to actually know the one you should focus on. Because when you enter into this everything trap, you know, you just have a sort of diluted authority. You have scattered messages across too many categories. I remember when I first started, I used to talk about how to sew clothes. I talked about how to maintain your machines. I talked about how to make shoes. I talk about how to make bags. Today I'm talking about making of bags. Tomorrow I'm talking about how to sew a trouser. Next tomorrow I'm talking about how to make a sleeveless top. I was just scattered. No authority. So if you don't have a clear identity of what you stand for, you will not even know the audience that you're supposed to serve. So content that speaks to everyone resonates with no one. Can you imagine if somebody now sits and opens his or her computer and then says, okay, I need to learn bag making. And then the person lands on my channel or on my blog and then sees a beautiful, content on how to create a bag. And then wants to scroll through and look for another kind of bag and doesn't see another content. Instead, sees another content on how to make a shoe, another content on how to draft a blouse. The person will not come back to your blog because the person will feel that you don't have authority on anything. You're just all over the place. So when you do not focus by creating a niche or by having a particular audience you're serving, you've entered into that trap. And that is what this video is going to save you from. because believe me, that will be wasted effort. And I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to go through that. So that brings me to the topic of today. Should you niche down or should you focus on a particular audience? Because this has always been a debate, even in the online world. A lot of people say, create a niche, focus on a niche. Some people say, have your own audience. So, what exactly is a niche and what exactly is an audience? A lot of creators actually treat this as either or a choice. It is not really. A niche is the space you own in an audience mind. It is a specific, ownable category that you focus on, while an audience is a specific group sharing a repeating urgent problem they will pay to solve. I remember audience is the group that will actually share a problem that they are willing to pay money to you to solve it for them. That is your audience in the most simplest term. So what should you do? Should you niche down and talk about a particular topic? Or should you focus on a particular group of people that you can help to solve problems? Now, this is where a lot of people miss it because there's a lot of advice out there that says focus on a particular topic, get your niche, you know. And most times this works, especially if your topic is really something that is not highly served. That is, it's something that is really not a lot of people are talking about. But if you have a broad talent, a talent that there's so much content out there, you need to be struggling to really stand out. So how do you navigate to be able to choose a niche that will give you an audience? So that's what we're really going to talk about. How do you combine the two? Because with my experience, I've seen that actually niching down sometimes can be a problem. But combining a particular niche together with a particular audience is much better. So, how are you able to get this kind of combination so that you can stand out in the social media world? Let's take a look at this. With my years of experience, I have noticed that what actually works, that is, great niches, are built from four precise ingredients. And if you miss one of it, you will just be wasting your energy and you'll be wasting your time. A niche should have a topic from a credible angle that can solve a specific problem for a specific audience. So you need a topic that you know that this topic is coming from a special angle. What I mean by a special angle, that is, a lot of people may have been talking about it, but you're going to talk it from a particular angle because you're thinking about solving a problem for a specific audience. So, if once you can master this, this is what will help you. That means you're going to be having what I called a YouTube opening statement, a blog opening statement, a statement that actually tells people this is what I am here to do for a particular group of people. I always use my own YouTube or my own blogs as an example. Like every time open or I start a YouTube channel, I state what I am there to do. I say something like, "Hi, welcome to my channel. In my channel, I take you by the hand and I show you how to transit from manual pattern drafting to digital pattern drafting." So that is just my work. So I'm teaching people that do manual pattern drafting how to learn digital pattern drafting, especially as a beginner. So I'm targeting a particular audience. There are a lot of videos online on pattern drafting, but you don't have much videos online that talk about digital pattern drafting. So I carved that niche for myself. So that is what I'm talking about. You must have these four precise ingredients when it comes to creating a niche. You must come up with topics from a credible angle that solves a particular problem for a particular group of people. For most people that are new to all this, it will sound a little bit difficult. Even some people that are not new, a lot of people are making the mistake of just starting out with content or YouTube without actually thinking out this. And you end up wasting your time and exhausting yourself. So that is where AI comes in. So we are going to leverage Claude.ai, to actually discover what we can do, discover our niche and discover our audience. So take a look at this prompt. You can pause the video and just copy this prompt. And I'm going to be taking it to my Claude account. Let's see this one. So I copied it and I pasted it here. Now, if you're new to Claude and you don't have an account, you just go to Google and put in Claude.ai. Claude.ai. And once you click on it, all you need is a Gmail account and a password. And once you do that, it will take you through several very simple questions like, what do you want to use Claude to do? Do you have a team? Are you just a personal, solo entrepreneur and things like that? Very easy questions, about three or four of it. Then once you've answered the questions, this is to help Claude to know how to be able to, you know, give you answers when you ask it questions or when you begin to chat for it. It's just a way of Claude getting to know you. So once you've done that, you just come to this, your own space. If I go to Claude again through Google, it will still take me back here because my Claude is already open here on this my Gmail. So once you paste the prompt that you copy, as I said, just pause the video and just write down the prompt anywhere, maybe on your Google Doc, and then copy it and paste it under projects. Under projects, I can go back. Once you get into Claude, let me show you how it will look. It will look like this, even though I'm already on project, but it will look like this. So once you come here and click here, this opens sidebar. It opens with all this on the sidebar. So all you need to go to projects. The reason you must always go to projects when it comes to Claude is that you can sectionize everything, especially when you begin to use Claude for a lot of things, for your YouTube channel, from creating web apps and things like that. You can sectionize it so that when you come back and you want to use it again, it will not be a problem for you to continue from where you left on a particular topic. So once you click on projects, you come here and click on new project. If you click on new project, this opens up and then you can name your project. If it is a blog post, if it is a YouTube video, just name your project what it is so that everything you need to do will remain in that project. It's a way of organizing all your digital work. So once you've named it, just click on create project and then you see your project. So I created this project, niche and audience. So if I click into it, this is what I've been doing, as I said. So once you click that, it takes you here. You can now paste your prompt. And once you paste your prompt, when I pasted that prompt, this is what came out. you know I can always read it. Act as a content strategist. I need to create content, but I need to know what content to create and the kind of audience I will be creating my content for. I need you to ask me questions about what I know how to do in order to help me find my niche and my specific audience. And I need you to also identify the top three niches with high commercial potential. This is very important. And a clear, underserved audience. Make my niche and audience clear to me. So now, this is what it came up with. It's going to ask me questions. And the very first question here is, which of these best describes what you're skilled at or experienced in? Number one, professional skills. Example, marketing, finance, coding, design, and so on. Number two, a craft or a trade. Example, cooking, fitness, DIY, beauty, gardening. So if you know how to do any of this, if you're good in cooking or baking, you know, or creating any kind of pastries, this is the one you go for. If you're good in fitness, you do a lot of exercise, you teach people how to do exercise, you're crazy about exercises on how to slim down, things like that. It's something that comes natural to you. You still click this one. If you're into DIY, like me, I'm into sewing, I'm into pattern drafting, I'm into bag making, I'll still click this one. If you're into beauty, you talk about makeups and things like that. You're into gardening, you're into housekeeping, you're into cleaning and everything, you still click this one. Personal experience, you're into parenting or health journey. Me, I have a health YouTube channel, so I can also click this one. So it depends on you. If you're like me, you have so many talents and all that. What you can do, you can come here under reply directly, and then you just write number two and number three. Or if you don't even know what you're good at, maybe you just go to work and come back. You don't even know your talent or what you're good at. You can still click here. I'm still figuring it out. Or I have multiple areas, things like that. So let me click this fitness, DIY, beauty, gardening, or personal experience, or still figuring out multiple areas. Something else. I think I can put something else here. Or I just put, like me now, I want to teach um, AI to, I'll just put teaching AI tools to non-text text and how to implement and how to use it to create digital products. How to use AI to create digital products. So that's my own. So I now wrote it there because I didn't see it. I didn't see really anything here that can fit that. As I said, go through it, the questions it will ask you, and choose the one that fits you. If you don't see anything that fits you, just come under here, right here, and just write, this is what you know how to do. This is what you want your content to be all about. So once I put that in and go here, it's going to ask me another question again. So I don't know why it went there. You see, sometimes this thing. Okay, that is a strong foundation. Teaching AI plus building digital products with AI is one of the fastest growing digital product categories right now, with courses for non-technical professionals and all that. AI for solo. Here are three niches inside your space that is ranked by commercial potential and how undeserved the audience currently is. Claude has actually given me three different niches and then explained the kind of people I'm going to be talking to. He has given me my audience. He has told me reasons why this particular audience is underserved when it comes to my niche. So three different kinds of things that I will need to go through and choose the one that really sits well with what I want to do. And it's really amazing if When you do this, the first time I did this, I was really blown away. It's really amazing how it can really pinpoint what you want to talk about. So what it has done that it actually also tells me what the particular niche it thinks I should go for. Now, this is very important because everything you're now going to do, whether you're doing blog content, whether you're selling digital products, whether you want to, start doing a YouTube channel, it is going to be based on what Claude has given to you. And once you choose one, Claude will now have an idea of what it will give back to you that will actually work based on this audience that you're going to be speaking to. So that's exactly the importance of this. So once you've done that, just go ahead and choose the one that you think really resonates well with you. Because we are going to be using this in my subsequent videos. My channel is all about teaching you how you can use AI to create digital products that you can sell and how to sell to the right audience that will actually buy because you'll be selling them what will solve their problem. So let's now continue with this one. Okay, so now Claude has helped us to define our wedge. What I mean by wedge is that you'll be able to find a gap of people that are already spending money, but they still feel underserved. You'll be able to own your space, and all that. So now, Claude will now help us to generate clickable topics based on this niche that you have taken. But this video is not about how to generate topics. That is for another day. This video was just to take you through how Claude can help you to find your niche, especially if you don't know where to start, how Claude can help you to find your audience. So if you want to go ahead and start, let Claude help you develop your content. Here is a prompt you can use. You can copy this prompt also. The prompt states that build a 90-day content calendar for my niche. Include 3 content pillars, weekly frequencies, and specific hook strategies for each post type. As I said, if you're just starting new, you need something that will be consistent for at least 3 months. You will just be consistent in it. And here AI is going to help you to generate at least 3 months worth of topics. Even if you don't want to use this prompt, if we go back to the what Claude gave to us, let's look at it. See what he said at the end. Do you want me to help you pick between these and build out an actual content plan? So you can just go ahead with this discussion and tell it to actually give you a content plan that can last you for 90 days or that can last you for 60 days. And Claude will be able to give you based on the niche that you choose. Right now, I don't want to choose. I'll just go through the 3, choose one, tell it that, okay, I'm choosing niche number 1, build me a 90-day content plan based on this, my niche. So that is what I want you to go and do now. That is the assignment I'm giving to you. Choose one of the niches that Claude presents to you based on what you've given to it, and then generate at least 30 days worth of content. At least 30. If you can generate as much as 60, good, but at least 30 days worth of content. Remember, you're not going to be writing it every day. So if you have 30 topics, you can now decide whether you want to be writing 2 times a week or you want to be writing once a week. So 30 topics, clickable topics is enough for you to even start with. Good. So consistency is always an advantage. It's not enough for you to do all this and then you're not consistent. It's not enough for you to, do all these things, get your setup, get Claude to give you a niche, get it to give you your topics, and then you're not consistent in it. Because it's consistency is the most important thing when it comes to online businesses. You need to be consistent. You need to do what you promise yourself to do. So post your first 20 posts. And please treat them, as I said, treat them as experiments. Digital business is not something that you get money in a day, in a week, or in a month, or even in 6 months. I need to be very frank with you. Forget about what you see on YouTube, all those hype. Oh, make the 10,000 in 2 days, make the 4,000 in one week. It doesn't work. No, I am here to just tell you the truth and take you step by step to show you what works. So post your first 20 content. Write it. If you don't know how to write content, continue to watch this channel and I'm going to take you through all that. As I said, this is just to know your niche and then to develop your content. And once you have done that, the next thing we are going to do now is to create a digital product based on this audience that AI has given to us. We are going to create a digital product that we are going to sell to our audience. And the reason I'm doing that is that it's best you start doing this from day one, from the very first content you start writing, you start putting in your digital product. So you need to get it ready for people. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking about how you can generate a digital product for your audience, because that is the only digital product that will sell. When you're doing it as an answer to the problems of your audience. This video is long enough, so please go ahead and do what you heard. Listen to the video once again. Subscribe, ring the notification bell so that when I post such videos, you will follow along. With this, I've come to the end of this video. Use all the prompt guides I've given you here. Paste it on your Claude. All the Claude prompt I've given you, paste it on your Claude. Get your niche. And then, based on our audience, we are going to create a digital product. And a digital product I'm going to be creating in my next video is an ebook. So if that is what interests you, then stay tuned for my next video where we are going to create an ebook for our audience and we are going to be using Claude AI. Stay blessed till my next one.